Hello there! This is LEGO Dynasty, and today I'm bringing you guys my review of the LEGO Avatar Mako Submarine. It is set number 75577, comes with 553 pieces, is rated ages 9 and up. Now this set retails in the United States for $59.99 and in Canada for $79.99. Now without further ado, let's kick off this review, starting with the box. Now, admittedly, I am reviewing this set a little bit later. Obviously, the set is, or the film itself that this is based on, Avatar: The Way of Water, is now on Disney Plus. So I meant to review this a little while ago, and I just sort of forgot. I thought I had reviewed all the Avatar sets, and then I was looking through my collection and realized I still hadn't built this one. So review's a little bit later than I would have liked, but I hope you guys can understand that. Now, getting into the set itself, I think this set is absolutely outstanding. Looking at the box here, you have the characters and the ship itself right in the front center, and of course you have Aowung and Nateum fighting off against the Mako Submarine, housing Spider and General Quaritch. So overall, though, you can see some of the other details of the set. You have, of course, Jake Sully and Neytiri on the side there, which looks very nice. Flipping the set around, you can see some other nice features, like how you can place the submarine on its own sort of environmental stand, which is what all the Avatar sets have, which is something I think is really, really cool that they've been doing, giving you your own stand so you don't have to like build your own. Of course, it's showing off what I believe is the brand new bow that has the stud shooter essentially attachment, which is pretty nice, which we will show off in a moment. Now, of course, quickly showing off the manual. As you can see, rendered image does not look as good as it used to, but at the end of the day, it doesn't take away anything from the building experience. Back of the box has some nice, like it's on blue paper, but it has the symbols of Awa off to the side, which is a pretty nice feature that you don't always see in other LEGO sets, so nice attention to detail there. And right before we get into the minifigures, I figure I'll show off the extra pieces you get in this set. As you can see, left with quite a few of them, which I always find with Avatar sets. So quite a few studs and other pieces. Obviously, you have some extra tail pieces. Have so many of those now, as you can see. And yeah, moving into our first minifigure, we have RDA Quaritch. Of course, he is originally Colonel Quaritch, but has been revived as a recombinant, aka revived into an avatar body with his memories prior to his actual death. So again, slight spoilers, but the movie has been out for almost a year now and is now available on Disney Plus, and it's definitely one of my favorite movies. Like I love the Avatar films personally, and I just gotta say this is definitely the best minifigure in the set. I love the detail with these tactical vest and leg armor. My biggest gripe with the LEGO Avatar lineup is the lack of guns included in this. They go all out with Star Wars, though, I mean, admittedly, I feel like they could definitely do a little bit better with their detail on their LEGO guns, or blasters, but I feel like they definitely, there's guns in Avatar. Come on, like, you can include a gun in an Avatar set. I'm not saying because it's what's in it, and it's what this character would be using. In fact, I don't believe he's given any weapon. He's just, fighting kids with hand-to-hand combat, essentially. Or, of course, driving the submarine, which never actually happens in the movie, but that's neither here nor there, I guess. But, again, you can just see the excellent detail on the character, taking off his hairpiece to show off the back printing as well. Looks really fantastic. Definitely one of, if not my favorite, LEGO Avatar minifigure. Taking a look at our next minifigure, we have Aowung, I believe is how you pronounce it. And of course, he is sort of one of the chief sons of the new Avatar clan that Jake and his family join up in during Avatar: The Way of Water. And again, really good minifigure. Great printing on the torso to the leg printing there. Just looks outstanding. Taking off his hairpiece to show off his back printing there, which looks excellent. Of course, these are more water-based people, so they have different color skin and, are always, ready to go in the water, essentially. Now he is carrying this very nice bow, which has this sort of stud shooter, sort of. Like, it doesn't, like, you just push it out. It doesn't work the best, but it looks cool, I guess. And yeah, I thought it was meant to be like a stud shooter, but it's just push fire, and it doesn't work the best. So you just, you you push it, and depending on how much pressure you push, it'll go farther. So it's something, I guess. Next up, we have Neteum, who of course is the firstborn son of Jake and Neteri, and won't get into spoilers, but obviously goes through a lot during the film itself, but still definitely very nice that they included this minifigure, and he looks excellent. Great printing on his torso down to his legs as well. Definitely nothing too special in terms of the printing on him, but still, definitely still a good minifigure, and he's carrying a sort of brick-built sort of knife or sheath. And next up, and our last minifigure and our human character of the set, we have Spider, who is, of course, actually the son of the original Quaritch. Again, slight spoilers, but again, the movie has been out for a while now. He was originally sort of the half-adopted son, and I say that because, like, Jake Sully sort of adopted him, but Neteri definitely did not. But he definitely was close to the Sully family, and is definitely a pivotal character in the film and subsequent films, apparently. But he's got some great printing on his torso, meant to represent the, I don't know if they're meant to be tattoos, because he's meant to be, you know, just a teenager at most, but just war paint, I guess. And of course has double-sided face print with the, you know, oxygen mask, because he obviously can't breathe in Pandora air or in the Pandora ocean. But still, just a great minifigure if it will choose to focus like that. Now I should mention they gave him the shorter opposable legs to represent how he is smaller than the other characters, which I think is just absolutely very smart of them to do. Now, before we get into some of the other builds of the set, you are also given this molded sort of stingray piece, meant to represent one of the creatures of Pandora. Don't remember seeing anything like this in the film, but it's just meant to represent some of the sea life in Pandora, and it's definitely pretty nice prints on it. Taking a look at our first build, we have this nice little cave sort of system, as you can see. There's nothing really too crazy about it. It's definitely just a throw-in. But they've done it with every single Avatar set, is focused on the environment itself, giving you these nice little builds. So this is meant to be, you know, obviously in the ocean, and where they, I guess, could pretend to be hiding to sneak attack. There is enough room that you can sort of fit your character through, so you can sort of reenact them swimming. I mean, it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but that's sort of the vibe you're getting of what they want you to do, because there's enough room for you to place your character to basically be hidden and sneak attack the Mako Submarine. Our next build is the smallest of the set, and it's definitely, you know, nothing special about it whatsoever. It does have these studs, which the other one did as well, I forgot to mention, but you can basically place your characters on, as meant to represent them swimming around, obviously. And it's quite stable, you know, obviously you have your character off to the side there, and it's not going to tip over unless you make it tip over, which is pretty nice to see that balance it has, especially since the minifigure would be quite heavy the way it is positioned. So it works, but it's definitely, I feel like they only needed 2 of the builds. I don't think they needed that 3rd one. And just going back, you have these 2 stud areas here where you can place your characters. So in this case, we'll place Neteum right there. And finally, you have this little build, which is definitely a little bit more needed, because it is meant to hold the Mako Submarine while it is, you know, to sort of represent it, you know, going through the ocean. And the way it connects is, obviously you have that Technic beam. You can see that part right there. It just goes right in, and you can play around with how you want to position it, as you can see. So you can place it really any of the 4 orientations that you want. If you want it like that, or if you want it more, you know, off to the side, etc. So it works quite well, I have to say, and I'm very pleased with it. Now take a look at the submarine itself. You have some nice detail with these, what I assume to be missiles or harpoons. You obviously also have these guns, or stud shooters meant to represent guns on the side, which of course can be fired very simply. So I just push down, and there it goes. And you have it on both sides, of course. And then, of course, to refill it, you would just place a stud back inside, just like this. Now you're left with 2 cockpit areas, or for you to place your characters, which is accurate to what we see in the film. So you can just pop it up and fit Spider on here. And then you can also fit General Quaritch. So obviously you have Spider right there, and then you can fit Quaritch right here. You do have to sort of position him in a little bit specifically in order to fit him inside, just like that. And then you can sort of use the cockpit piece to fit him into place. Now you do have the ability to place his arms in the controls. I'm not going to do that at the moment just because I don't think it is necessary, but you have the ability to do that. Take a look at the submarine. You have the 3 propellers on the back there, which is pretty nice, I guess. Nothing too special about them, but hey, they are there. And that is basically it for the Mako Submarine, is the ability to place your characters inside. There's no like hidden compartments or anything. You cannot fit anything inside for storage. It is all just a brick-built submarine, but it works overall quite well in my opinion. And like I said, you can place your submarine back on like that to go after the characters. The LEGO Avatar Mako Submarine is a pretty darn good Avatar set in my opinion, with 4 characters in this set, a bunch of which are exclusive, including, of course, the RDA Quaritch, which in my opinion is the best LEGO Avatar character that we've gotten in terms of printing and detail and whatnot. Really, the only thing I dislike is the lack of guns in these Avatar sets. I think it's ridiculous at this point, like LEGO on their high horse, not including things that would be accurate to the film if they really are that against it. Like, I feel like they're missing the message that Avatar is trying to convey, that about how weapons are bad, because obviously like they're being beat mostly by, you know, the weapons of the natives of Pandora rather than the actual guns. But like it's not that important like in the grand scheme of things, but I just feel like they should include something. But with that being said, that's all my opinion. Have you guys picked up this LEGO Avatar Mako Submarine yet, or are you planning to? Let me know in the comments down below. Please leave a like and subscribe if you have enjoyed, and have a great day, everyone.